This is the story of a Let's Player called Bram. Bram spent most of his time recording Let's Plays, editing them, and maintaining BBJ Publishing, which is his YouTube channel. He has covered all kinds of games, crusading the open skies, venturing forth into unknown lands, and traversing the mysteriousness of unknown places. Now, he starts a new adventure.
Hi guys, it's me Bramnet from BBJ Publishing. You might be wondering, why are you looking at a black screen? Well, let me put it this way. I had to do some research on Stanley Parable for a project, and I am being absolutely serious right now. It's a long story, but if it's for game development. But anyway, there's something you have to do very special to get this first ending that I will be showing you. First, you have to go into your library, right-click on the Stanley Parable, click Properties, click in the General options, set Launch Items, and click Dash Console. Click OK, click Close, and then launch the game. This will allow you to be able to bring up the source developer console when the game's booted up. Now, hang on. I'm going to have to readjust the screen, so things could get a little bit technical. Okay. I'm just staring at a black screen. Majority of this is going to be cut out. If not, I'm very interested on what in the world my editing self was thinking when he put this into the video. Probably to make fun of me even more because, Deep Throat hates me. I don't know if... I'm not sure who edits my videos sometimes. Sometimes I think I dream that it's me, and other times I think I dream that it's Deep Throat, and I'm not really sure who's who. All I know is that somehow I lose $100 every time a video gets uploaded. No, I don't actually lose $100. I'm just kidding with that. I actually lose 20. But still, that money goes somewhere. Okay. Hang on. The system came up. Now I have to... Wait, do I have sound? There we go. Okay, display options. We want to run in a window. Okay. Readjusting. Minimize that. Put you over here. And Hypercam. I'm closing you. 3, 2, 1. Standing by for error codes. Still standing by for error codes. No error codes detected. Okay, we are good. Oh, wait, hang on. Need to open that. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that. Actually, can I move this over? Good. Okay. Back button in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back. So, I am going to begin the game, and things are running like they shouldn't be. Hang on. A little bit of a black screen. Because my computer is acting weird today, so let's hope this portal stays open alright, because this is Portal Co-op Maps with da-da-dum. Yeah, this is Portal 2 with co-op maps. Oh yeah, this Portal 2 with the co-op maps. Yeah, this is Portal 2 with co-op maps. Yeah! Sorry, I have no idea where that came from. Okay, we're gonna keep the loading screen and skip. Okay, according to my task manager, Stanley Parable was running for just a brief second, then it went not responding again. Okay, we're back on.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Thank you. Okay. Now that we have done that, you can see that the entire console was loaded up for me. Now here's the ending. SV. For anyone who knows everything about the source development console, they know of SV_cheats 1. From here, both God mode and no clip are able to be turned on. God mode means you can't be killed, you're invincible. And no clip means you can run around walking almost anywhere, especially where there's no floor. I mean, even if there is a floor, you're essentially speaking, you're floating like a ghost. Sort of like, you know, my brother would bring up the concept of Minecraft, but I don't know what they call it in that. I know there is one, but I don't know what it's called. What? And all of this stuff happens.
Stanley, this is me being serious. In fact, this is my serious room. It's
Really?
where I come to be serious.
Okay.
That table is the most serious table I could find. I looked at many, many tables, hundreds of tables. It's possible I looked at over 1,000 tables. I honestly don't know. The specific number isn't as important as the understanding that of all tables I looked at, this one is the most serious.
Okay.
I relate this story to impress upon you the extent to which this is the most serious room I have, which is why I brought you here.
Okay.
You just tried to activate server cheats.
What?
Which of course runs the risk of breaking the entire game.
What?
You've got no respect for the strict order of scripted narrative events, and I just can't have that.
What?
It's time to get serious, Stanley. No jokes, no games. Outside of this room, I might be more tolerant of those things, but now we're in the room.
Okay.
Which is why I'm subjecting you to the most serious punishment I can think of. 100 billion trillion years standing here in the serious room. Perhaps after that, we can talk about the severity of your actions and whether you've learned anything. But until then, serious room, go.
Okay. Wait, is this gonna send me straight back there?
Whoa, did we not have the talk? Are we not in the serious room this very moment? Did I not tell you how many tables
I didn't expect that to happen.
through? I'm going to be conservative and say it was somewhere in the tens of thousands of tables. Any reasonable person would say I spent an absurd amount of time doing nothing but looking at tables.
Why did you spend so much time looking at tables is what I want to know.
I took a hell of a lot of notes. I kept the notes in a different room. That room is less serious than this one. It's more of a notes room.
Okay.
Again, the point of this story is to convey how serious I feel this cheating issue is. And I'm sure you'll agree with me once you've fulfilled your new punishment.
What's my new punishment?
Years in the serious
That's
room.
impossible!
I generally have trouble reading human emotions, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you're devastated by this crippling new punishment.
Correct.
As well you should be. It's the most serious I could think of. Can you get more serious than that? No, you can't. Don't try.
Really? Because I'm going to walk around this table one more time, and I am going to try. Cheats equal 1. No.
Still no effect. The problem is clearly the serious room. It isn't serious enough. That's on me, Stanley. I apologize. I'm going to the store to look through more tables. Hopefully I find one that conveys how wrong what you're doing is. Now, where did I put those notes?
I don't know. In your notes room, last I checked. I'm just going to make it a thing. Walk around the table. I wonder how much of this game they dedicated to cheating. Let's see if there's any more dialogue. Because I'm seriously interested what he'll say next. Oh, sorry. That's not enough for you guys. Let me see if I can... I'll tell you what. Close the console. Begin the game again. This should do it. Should being the key words here. So yes, this is how the Stanley Parable prevents you from turning on any cheats. The moment you type in SV_cheats 1, you are immediately sent to that room. You cannot act, and it automatically sets cheats to 0. Every time you set it to 1, it will reset the game for you and set cheats to 0. There is absolutely no way to activate cheats in this game that I am aware of. If you guys know how to, tell me in the comments below. Bram, you have to block out that thing that just appeared over there. Thank you. Bram, Deep Throat, I don't know who's editing this. Okay, and we're back here again. Okay. Now, as the narrator went through his notes, I have to go through my notes because I actually I didn't do any research, like going to a website or anything, except for other purposes. But I did keep track of what endings I have done, and when I looked through there, I noticed that there were a few things that, you know, didn't exactly look right. Let's see, what shall we do first? How about the easiest one to do?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, actually, I should go over this. Hang on. The problem is my brother sort of got his hands on the games while I wasn't looking. So he did a couple cheats for me. Sorry, not cheats. Achievements. Sorry, very close. One thing, if you press 8 multiple times on the keypad, you'll get 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, and so on. If you turn on achievements, that is an achievement. If you quit the game and then start it up again, you'll get welcome back. I got that one myself. If you press the spacebar multiple times, you'll get you can't jump. No, seriously, we disabled it. So, returning you back. As I was trying to... There we are. What? No. Okay, good, and... Hey!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this
Yes, I
narration
know we've
and
done this
realized
meeting.
It was part of the game's design all along.
Ending
He
before.
then praised the game for its insightful and
However,
witty
what
commentary
we did
into
not
the nature of
do
video
was
game
click
structure
no
and its examination
on
of structural
the gag
narrative
system.
tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
What we did last time was click yes. This time, let's click no.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some
that notification.
time. What if the other option is even longer?
Deep throat.
How long
Get rid of
will you
it.
spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is Rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this
You
one.
got it, Mr.
So,
Narrator.
what do you think? Which choice was the better one?
The yes answer.
Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
And it's going to leave me here. Let's see, what happens if I try to click yes? Nothing happens. Okay, and the floor is still up there. Can't seem to jump up there. Seems like we're stuck in... We are literally stuck in a room. We are literally stuck in a room. Okay. Begin the game again.
Okay. So I can delete that note. See? Next up in my notes.
Ah, yes.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Okay, deep throat, skip ahead for me because I'm going to take... It's going to take a while to get to where I'm going.
He entered the door on his left.
However, while I'm walking, I'll try to explain. So I was able to do the gag window through a little tiny glitch that happens when crouching and then releasing the crouch while next to an edge. Now the thing is, while that is possible to go outside the window, primarily in that place, it is actually possible in a couple other places that the developer did not originally intend. Hang on.
To discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who... Stanley was in such a rush to get through this.
Yeah, we get the idea.
He didn't even have a single minute to just
let the narrator talk. I love that. I love that one.
Healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
New Age music is never calming.
It's always loud, energizing.
Never mind. I can't do that. I can't do that voice. I really can't.
Feeling soothed and
rejuvenated, Stanley walked forward into the new passageway. Alright. And we go down. Right. So the thing is that there are particular places you can still use that glitch in places the developer did not intend to happen. One of them being in the monitor room. What happens down there? Absolutely nothing! Because the developer did not expect you to get down there. However, I will show you what happens nonetheless, because I'd like to show every nook and cranny of a game, especially a game this in-depth. Because while it isn't as good as Portal 2, perhaps, some might say, I really enjoy it. Ah, great, now we have to wade through his dialogue again. Come on, hurry up. It is now, when for years, it has never occurred to him. Come on. Okay, there we are. We're walking, we are walking. Mind control facility. Yes, we are walking, and we are walking, and we are walking, and we are walking.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oops, turned caps lock on. Can I do it down here? Yes, I should be able to do it here. Huh? I lived a full life! Yep, we're down here. Hello! And since the developer never intended us to get out of here, well, into here, there's no way to get out of here. No dialogue. I've literally stood here for 5 minutes. Nothing happens. So, let's begin again. You know what? I think I'm going to call this the episode of nothings. Because you know what? I've got one more to show you guys that does absolutely nothing. Yes, I'm so good at those. Aren't I? Yes. And what is that, you might say? Well, the narrator says that Stanley walked out of his door and into the rest of the office. What if he never left?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Nope.
What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No.
That's me biting my nails,
This
by the way.
couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait.
Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited.
Hours passed. Then days. Had years gone by?
He no longer had
Well, we
the
have a
ability
computer
to
here and
tell.
we have a clock
But
here.
the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
You just reset the game on me, didn't you? You did just reset the game on me! Okay, Deep Throat, you're gonna have to turn down that laugh a little bit. Okay, so thank you very much for this week's episode of The Stanley Parable! And yes, it has been short. I'm sorry, but you know, that's how it works.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old, and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable, and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.